All right, let's try this. Even though my viewership has been cut down to less than a baker's dozen, and this is my Megan's day off outfit. It's the female equivalent to the smoker's jacket, Playboy. No, it's just I'm lazy and it's comfortable. So, this one will be for the ladies. No, really. We have a unique situation happening here in America. Something that's never happened before, and we are on the verge of a literal takeover. But so many people are unwilling to look beyond a media that's been lying to them and trust them with blind idolatry that they're cheering it on. A good example would be Trump at Arlington going and honoring the 13 killed at Abbey Gate, where he was invited by the Gold Star families, and they thanked him for coming. They were thrilled. Well, apparently one person, we don't know who it is, didn't like him being there with his photographer, and they apparently had an altercation, this person and the photographer, and called it an incident. And this is what the media is reporting. And the fact that Trump was smiling in the photos with the families, with the family members standing there smiling with their thumbs up. A journalist on one of these legacy media channels actually said, "How dare Trump be smiling with his thumbs up? And yes, we see that the family members are doing it, but how dare him do it also? It's just disgraceful, distasteful, and all that." And Kamala saying how awful it is that there was an incident, as if he barged into Arlington and just started assaulting people, but no mention of the 13 killed. Again, can't say their names, Kamala or Biden. And they had nothing scheduled those days, by the way. Nothing. They didn't do anything. No mention of them or how they wanted him there. No. Just that he's an awful person, apparently leapt into Arlington and just beat the crap out of people and kicked over some gravestones, according to them. But here's the problem. There's people that believe that. There's people that won't look any further. They don't know how much the media is lying to them because they're not going to check. Because they like just saying, well, Trump is evil. We just know that to be true. We just know it. And therefore, anybody who supports him is just evil. Even when actual Democrats are now endorsing him because we're really just trying to save our country. Here's what I recommend to people. Nobody really listens. Go find out these stories yourself. Like, listen to a speech. Or go to a rally yourself. Some kind of outside source, and then see how different media members report it. It's best to know all the facts before you watch it on the news, and you can find out exactly how much they're trying to manipulate you. And that's what I mean when I say do your own research. Personally, I don't post things or speak about things unless I actually have some familiarity with it. And if I post somebody else saying it, it's because I agree with them, not because I learned it from that meme or that one little 15-second clip. I said, that's what I think too, and I know that from research, so I'm going to share that. So when I say I don't share misinformation, even though Meta keeps trying to accuse me of such, it's because I know for a fact I don't share misinformation. But so many people are completely sucked in by this absolute worship of the media. How has the media earned their trust? How have these politicians earned their trust? Why do they believe them so completely? So when I say this is a litmus test for the stupid, well, it really is. So Kamala hasn't received a single vote. Biden received 14 million in the primaries. 14 million. That's what the Democrat Party chose. I mean, it was just as scandalous as when they took it away from Bernie Sanders with their super delegates, and how they kicked RFK Jr. out of the Democrat Party, and why he ran as an independent, because they placed who they wanted there. Regardless, Kamala took it without a single vote. Okay, and when she ran in 2019 for the 2020 presidency, she didn't even make it to the first stage. She was so unliked, and nobody liked her. She is got the lowest approval rating of any vice president in the history of the United States. So ever. Nobody likes her. She hasn't accomplished anything. She has no record. She takes pride in all that she has done for the Biden administration, but now she won't talk about that. She hasn't answered a single question in over a month. Not one serious question, not one, and not one interview. She's going to do a pre-taped interview today with CNN with a journalist that worships her, and she's going with her daddy Tip. Don't you think that somebody running for the presidency should be answering questions and have gotten a vote? But yet she's leading in the polls. Why? To prove that they've got you Americans so dumbed down and complacent that you will vote for someone who stole the candidacy without a single vote, not an ounce of democracy involved, without hearing a single one of the policies, without hearing how any of these policies from before would work, how it wouldn't bankrupt our nation in less than a month, how it's going to be paid for, because it can't be. That it would literally destroy us. Just two of her policies would just absolutely destroy us. Why is she showing Trump's border wall in her campaign ads when she is on camera several times talking about how awful the wall is and completely disagreeing with everything about it? Well, that's how dumbed down and brainwashed they've got people. Now, you can get defensive about that, or you can go, oh my God, you're right. We deserve better. I need to go check. I need to see what's going on. How is the media lying to me so much and getting away with it? How has it become this corrupt? The politicians are outright lying about things that are very easily verified because they know you won't check. How do they keep breaking the law and obviously stealing this election, which there's proof, there's a lot of proof, because they know nobody will do anything and you'll just blindly follow. Aren't you better than that? Don't you deserve better than that? You don't like Trump? Why? Do you even know why? And do you have any evidence of that? Or do you just listen blindly, trusting the media and this government that has done nothing to earn it from you? Nothing. I'm not saying you should blindly trust Trump. Don't blindly trust me. Trust yourself and go check and then verify again and then verify again. Do you really think more than half of America is suddenly crazed, idiotic racists? Or you're being lied to over and over and over again? And at this point, there's no excuse for it, because you can go check. You can go check. I'm not going to. So go ahead. If you actually see this and you disagree with anything, ask me. Ask me. Or just go look for yourself. Meta is completely taken over and owned by the left. Google is completely taken over and owned by the left. You deserve better. This is our country. We will lose it. And you're being convinced into mistakes you can't take back because you're sheltered, because you're spoiled, and you have no idea what you're giving up. You have no idea what these policies will do. Small businesses, gone. Everyday Americans, homeowners, they'll lose everything to the taxes. And that's just the planned taxes with the ownership of a business or a home, not to mention the other taxes that even people that are making $30,000 a year are going to have to pay 60 to 70%. This isn't hyperbole. Go look. Go check. You don't have to be an economist to be able to see this if you just look. The media is lying to you. Not bending the truth. They're lying to you. The left, they are lying to you. Don't take my word for it. Go check. Just go check. You hear anything crazy or extreme? Go check. You hear shit talking about the Republicans? Go check. Just go check. Just go see. Because there's a lot of people, the only thing they're going to hear about the Arlington story is Trump had an incident and somebody assaulted somebody. And they're going to believe it. And they're not going to know the rest of the story. Don't you deserve better? Do you really, really want to give up your country and your comforts, everything you've ever known, and that people who flee actual communist countries have dreamt of? That some of us actually know what we're losing? Do you really want to give that up without just being sure? Because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. RFK Jr. is a real Democrat who's endorsing the Republican candidate that really needs to tell you something. Because it is actually our country at stake. See, that's coming together. That's uniting. I don't agree with all of his policies, but I respect him and his courage and his actual love for this country for choosing to do what he did. That's actual courage. Where was Biden? He's on a beach. Where's Kamala? In a basement somewhere. Spread the information, because my channels aren't going to get any views. Instagram, I've even been restricted on my followers seeing my stuff. Why? Because I shared news stories, verifiable, objectively true news stories. But you can get it out there. We all can. Make sure people are getting the information, or we're going to lose everything. And we really, really are. And see, that's been said so much, nobody takes it seriously. You need to take it seriously this time. You need to take it seriously this time. We will never be able to get it back. So, just educate yourself. That's all. It's me. And my smoking jacket. And my dogs. Signing off.